Rhetoric, like lockpicking, ceremonial magic, or martial arts, is a skill, morally neutral through and through. Just as we categorize logic, rhetoric can also be broken down into categories, which is one of the favorite pastimes of the linguistically infected man. Here are our 4 subcategories of rhetoric. Think of each of these as heartstrings. The skilled rhetorician pulls on all of these and doesn't put one before the others. They're like the 4 humors of good rhetoric, and a good speaker, like a physician of the soul, understands them each in due proportion in an attempt to strike up a healthy complexion. So let's examine these 4 essential components. The first of these is logos, or reason. Logos comprises the use of logical ideas to appeal to an audience's own reason. If I am reasonable, and I speak reasonably, and you are reasonable, the exchange of ideas, and hopefully of truth, becomes a harmonious flow of information. The next component of effective rhetoric is pathos, the appeal to an audience's emotions. This, in large part, is what people call acting. You are coaxing out and stirring up an emotional response from people. Tone, facial expression, hand gestures, emphasis, dramatic pauses, all of these contribute to the pathos of a given speech and the sympathy of a listener. After this, our third component is ethos. Ethos is grounded in the credibility and moral character of a speaker. It's about appealing to the guiding tenets that characterize a community or ideology, whether religious, political, nationalistic, or what have you. Ethos is about establishing trust through the speaker's integrity and authority, and through a speaker's ability to resonate with what a given audience already knows to be right. Lastly, we have kairos, which is Greek for the right time, or timeliness. And it's an appeal to the right place and the right timeness of a poignant argument, a word of wisdom, or a show of rhetorical flair. It's striking the iron when it's hot, or kicking a man when he's down. It's the art of seizing upon the opportune moment, making a message resonate, not just in content, but in timing. This one is a bit harder to put a finger on because it's so circumstantial, but it's definitely just as important as any of the other 3 rhetorical humors or heartstrings. As I always like to say, the way out is through. By mastering these rhetorical techniques, you'll develop an intuitive sense for when they're being used around you or on you. So, if you ever watch a particularly persuasive commercial or political address, before you run out and buy that product or give your support to that figure, sift through their rhetoric and see if someone is really giving you an honest picture of the world, or if they're simply serving you up a polished turd.